What's up? This is JP, BBC Podcast, Money Monday. Let's get it started.
Oh, baby, you so juicy. Juicy. Yeah, yeah. Do you mind if I slide? You like the way I work you out. I don't mind if you tease me now. My lady, you deserve a crown now. I like it when you take it to the ground. Do your dance, mommy. Yes. Honey, I like the way you work for me. The way you move your ass got me going down. You got it, girl, you got it.
Introduce our special guest.
What's up? It's Trill Jimmy, man.
Yeah,
How you doing today?
I'm doing good. How you doing, man?
Doing fantastic. Good vibes.
So let's tell everybody who you are, where you're from, how old you are.
All right, got you. So my name is Trill Jimmy. I'm 20 years old. I'm from like all around. I grew up in the DMV area, so I was born in DC, grew up in Maryland, lived in Virginia for a little bit. Pretty much grew up there till I was till high school type shit. I did live in Nigeria for a year. A lot of people don't know that about me. So I'm Nigerian. My parents are from Nigeria. My family's from Nigeria. So I actually went to Nigeria when I was 8 or 9. And I went
You
to
remember
school.
it?
Yeah. And whenever I tell people, they be like, how was it? They got water out there. They got this. They got that. And people be so flabbergasted. I'm
most ignorant questions.
They got water in Africa. They got food in Africa. People don't know, yes, Africa is developed. Yes, there's some parts.
I would assume it's like every other country. You know what I'm saying?
Literally.
They got their good parts. Literally. They got their bad parts.
Exactly. Just like America, bro. America, y'all be acting like y'all don't have no bad parts. Come on now. But yeah, so I grew up in the DMV area till I was till high school type shit, and then I moved to Florida. So I lived in Jacksonville, Florida, from the ages of 14, 15 till 20. So I'm new to California. I just moved here last month.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's
crazy shit.
How you like it so far?
It's cool. It's cool. I like it out here.
Where are you staying at?
It's here at San Bernardino.
Oh yeah, okay. That's what's up.
So
the hell made you choose this city?
everybody says that, but one thing,
I'm from here, so that's why I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, one thing about me is for the people who follow me, y'all know this about me, but for the people who don't follow me, I love change. I love I'm 20, I'm young, and I love getting different perspectives of just life. Yeah. I take everything as an experience. I don't like looking at things as good or bad. I will try to take the best out of any experience, no matter what it is.
It's not an L, it's a learning experience.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't take L's, I take lessons. That's what I say. So yeah, I'm I just love change. I love learning. I love knowledge, and I feel I gain knowledge from every experience because you can learn something from every experience you have.
So, do you have a favorite place that you've lived out of the places that you have lived?
Not really. I don't know. I try to make the best out of everything. I mean, I would say here so far because I like being in the present moment. So I like making wherever I am in the present moment a good vibe, a good time. It all depends on mindset. Okay.
Yeah. So, what inspired you to go this route with your career?
That's a tricky question because I feel I'm in many different lanes right now. I'm an artist, I'm a content creator, I'm a coach, I'm a teacher, I'm a clothing designer, I'm a lot of shit. So it's I've always been a very creative person. Ever since a kid, I always had an artistic mindset. I always thought outside the box. And growing up, I was really good at school. I was phenomenal at school, straight A's, high GPA, everything, right? And I'm grateful, African parents, they're so strict when it comes to school, right? I don't know if people know that, but African parents, they don't play about school. School is everything. And for the Africans out there, you already know. So yeah, I was just growing up, school was Jimmy, you gotta do good at school, you gotta get into a good college, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. And I'm grateful for that because it made me hate school. It made me really, really dislike school, even though I was really good at it. So I graduated high school early. I graduated at 16.
Damn.
High GPA, everything. Already going off to college and everything.
That's
right?
what's up. Shit.
So as I was in college, my freshman year, I was wow, this isn't really for me, right? And I'm not gonna come out here and like bash college. Like I have my thoughts on like the education system, and we can get into that. But for me, I realized that wasn't the route I wanted to take. Like I didn't want to work for someone else for the rest of my life. Like I was 16 years old, seeing like, all right, people, literally like people triple my age, quadruple my age, like they are unhappy living their lives and pretend like they're happy, right? And I was like, all right, I would rather take risks, can't even say it, risks at this young ass age, right? Make mistakes, like.
I mean, that's what you're supposed to do.
Exactly, right? And that's what a lot of people are scared to do. A lot of people are scared to take that chance on themselves, on doing what they want to do.
Yeah.
You know?
You got to believe in yourself.
Exactly. 100%. So I was like, nah, I am worth so much more than just being like everyone else, you know, going to school, working a job for the rest of my life, like living a mediocre life. I was like, nah, I want to do big. I want to do great things. So literally like from the age of 16, like I already had that mindset of like who I wanted to be and what I wanted to do in the world. I was like, I want to make an impact. I want to change the world. I don't want to be a bot. I don't want to like just be like everyone
boxed in.
Exactly. I don't want to be stuck in a box. So I was like, I love like inspiring people. I love like being the change, a positive impact. So I literally like from the age of 16, I dedicated like everything I do for being a positive change, you know. So I do that through all my outlets. So through my music, through my videos, through my content, like through my merchandise. Like my shirt says "Be you, be free" because that's all I stand for. I'm like, people got to be themselves. Like so many people in today's society are scared to like embrace
themselves,
embrace their uniqueness. People,
you know yourself, be yourself.
Exactly. That's why it's so important to take time to find yourself, because many people, like 99% of today's society, like will spend majority of their life lying to themselves about who they are, who they want to be, what they want to do, and
following the trends.
Exactly. Like a common thing is people growing up and living their life for, you know, their parents. That's a big thing. Like, or actually not even just parents, but like living their life to make somebody proud. So that might not exactly be a parent. That may be a sibling. That may be a girlfriend, a wife, a husband.
Just make yourself proud.
Exactly. And I'm happy I realized that at a young age. Like, I had to really let go of the opinion of others. Like, oh, Jimmy, you should do this with your life. Oh, you should do that with your life. Oh, you should do this. Like, I had to close my fucking ears and be like, no, I don't care what anybody else wants me to do.
Like what does Jimmy want?
Exactly. And I feel like everybody needs to have that fire, that drive within themselves. And I feel like it's been getting, like, a lot more people have been finding that within themselves. Like, and I love, like, other people like me who use their talents, their music, their phones to make videos just to motivate other people and inspire other people to become better, to be themselves, you know?
What avenue did you start first? Did you start the music first, or the content creating, or the merge?
Got you. So the first thing I ever like started doing was YouTube. A lot of people think it was TikTok. It was YouTube. So I actually started YouTube in high school. So I was in high school doing them like cringy, funny videos, like interviewing people, being like, oh, what's your body count? Oh, this, that. So I used to do that, like, that cringe, dumb shit. But, like, I always, like, from a kid, I always wanted to be, like a star. I always wanted to have, like, some sort of influence, but not a negative influence, not a negative impact. Like, I wanted to make people laugh. I wanted to make people smile. I wanted to make people think. I wanted to make people gain knowledge. So I've always had that within me. So it first started with YouTube. Like, I was, like, 15 in my high school asking people questions around my high school. And, like, I remember I would get so, like, happy when I hit 100 subscribers, then 200, then 300, and then 400. And then, like, in high school, I eventually got, like, 1,000 subscribers. I'm pretty sure it was 1,000. And I felt like the man of the school. I won't lie. I felt like the man of the school. Everybody was like, Jimmy, let me be in one of your videos. Let me be in one of your videos. And it was, like, it was a big old thing. And I don't know if a lot of people notice, but my high school actually, like, threatened to sue me type shit because I was asking, you know, just the dumb questions. But I thought it was funny at the time. I look back, I was like, what the fuck was I doing? But, like, at the time, it was fun to me, you know, like.
But, I mean, how could they sue you, though?
Right. So I'll get into it. So basically, like I said, I was asking those questions all them YouTubers ask, like, oh, would you rather have a gay son or daughter? What's your body count? This, that, just like stupid questions. But it was pretty funny at the time. There was this one coach, like it was a basketball coach, right? I would interview all the kids around the school, and they would come to me, be like, yo, let me be in a video. I'm like, okay, bet. So some of the basketball players came in one of my videos one time, right? And I don't know, they said some shit that I guess the coach thought was inappropriate. So the coach started coming to me and be like, why are you putting up them videos, this and that? And I'm like, you know, they come to me, this and that. And it wasn't like a big deal. It was just asking me questions. Next thing you know, right, because at the time I was in video production class. That was the only class like I actually liked in high school, because it taught me how to edit my YouTube videos, which is crazy because that was one of the only classes that was not required.
That's just
in
a lot
school.
of work too.
Yeah. Like that was an elective. That was a class I chose, you know, not one required. And that's a class that I take a lot from. And all the other shit required, I'm not using today. Yeah. We'll get into that.
A lot of people think that like the YouTube is easy, like editing videos.
There's a lot that goes into it. There's a lot.
Editing is crazy. The uploads, the downloads.
There's a lot.
Like, once we start getting into it, we're like,
yeah, bro. Yeah, there's a lot. But yeah, I was in video production class, and then one day, one of the administration came in and talked to the teacher, and then asked the teacher to like look through all the files and everything to see if I was doing any video editing at school, like just some dumb shit. And I never
seeing if you're editing your videos at school.
And I never did. I had my own MacBook. I got so happy when I got that MacBook for Christmas because I was able to start editing. But it was like a whole big deal. And then the teacher started asking me questions. I was like, no, I never edited in your class. It's something I do on my own. So then they call me in the office one day and then start pressing me, start asking me questions like, hey, you understand that these videos are defaming the school and putting a bad name on the school, this and that, blah, blah, blah. And then they were like, well, if you don't take these videos down, you know, unfortunately, we may have to take legal action, this and that. And I was like, damn, like, I was a 15-year-old finally, like, living out my dream, and then, like, some bullshit fucking comes and tries to, like, you know, like, start some shit. But, like, yeah, that's really
scary.
Yeah, that's where it started. And then I had to take down the videos, and then that really made me like kind of lose confidence for YouTube. And then I was like, you
put all that work in, and it's like, I can't even post it now. Like,
exactly.
It's a waste of time, waste of effort.
But all the videos they're private now. They're not out there now. But yeah, so after that, like I really slowed down because it was summertime. I couldn't really interview my classmates. I didn't have a car. I was just at home chilling. So. But I still had that creative mindset. I still had that drive. So I decided to like make a song for fun. Right? I decided to make a song because one of my classmates, her name is Grado. We went to high school together. Like a lot of people know her. She's like doing good and like producing shit like that. So I actually went to high school with her. And Tattoo Fly, he's another artist. So we were all in like it was PE class together. So I'm glad like both of them are doing big things now. So she was producing at the time, and like we were close friends. Like we didn't even live far from each other. So I was like, "Yo, I want to make a song. I want to do this. I want to do that, just for fun. Like not even thinking much of it, right?" So I made my first song. This was 2019. Shit is ass. That shit is ass.
Well, at least you admit it though. You know what I'm saying?
That shit is hot.
A lot of people
ass.
be like, "No, it was cool." You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I wasn't talking about shit. It was ass. The song is called "Run It Up." Oh, and it's funny because it's actually featuring Tattoo Fly, so my homeboy. So yeah, like
he killed you on your own song.
We was both ass back then. But yeah, so basically I made my first song, and like I wasn't thinking much of it, like just for fun, right? Yeah. And then not too long after, like I literally like developed a love for music, like out of nowhere. I wasn't even like expecting it. Like like back in middle school and high school, like we would do like fun diss tracks on like Friends and shit like that, but nothing much. But after I made like my first song, I was like, yo, like this shit is tough. Like hearing my own voice on a track, I'm like, yo, that's fire.
Hearing the production behind it and shit like that.
Everything, because
knowing like, everything that went into it.
Right, exactly. And just like even the fact of like having an idea in your head and being able to make it into something real. That's what a lot of people struggle with when it comes to creativity, having an idea in their head, many people will have that idea and stop right there, right? I'm the type of person where if I have that idea, like, I want to bring it into life so I could show the world and inspire people to do that themselves, you know, which is what I was saying earlier. But yeah, like after I made my first song, I was like, I love this shit. So I just started making music, and like I ended up dropping like 2 albums within my first like 2 months of dropping music, like crazy shit. You know, they're not up anymore because they were ass, but like at least I
gotta learn,
like,
you gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta do it.
And it's like, I'm just saying this so people know, like, there's so many people with like dreams, like, oh, I want to be an artist, I want to be a rapper, I want to be a content creator, I want to be a podcast host, I want to do this, I want to do that.
To me, no matter what you do, you have to practice your
you're
craft.
gonna be ass at first, and
like,
people and like
you're gonna fuck up. People are gonna talk shit. No matter what you do on the internet, people are gonna talk shit.
Literally, like, people gotta understand, like, you are going to be ass at whatever you start doing, because like, how are you gonna be a perfectionist, a master at starting something new? Like, everyone's like, okay, what's the easiest way to do it? What's the easiest route? Why does it have to be an easy route? Right? It's not always gonna be easy. Like, sometimes the route is gonna be hard, and you have to be okay with it being hard, because like, I mean, if you truly have a passion for something, you're gonna be okay with it being hard. So you're going to be okay with the journey being whatever the journey is, because you truly have a passion for it. If you're not okay putting all that work, all those hours in for doing what it is you want to do, you're not passionate about it. You don't really want it. So it comes down to how bad you want it. Like, literally anything in life. Like, oh, Jimmy, it's hard. Oh, no, shut the fuck up. Like, if it, like, no, like, the fact that if someone is saying like, it's so hard, that means you don't really want it. You don't want it bad enough.
So what would you tell the listeners, our followers, like, how to build that self-confidence? How to
It all starts with going within. Like, I'm like,
how to get that fuck it attitude, and you know, if I fuck up, but I'm still gonna do it.
People need to tap into their inner spirituality. Literally, like, it all starts with tapping in with your inner self. Like, you got to talk to yourself. A lot of people don't talk to themselves. I talk to myself. Like, people like, oh, Jimmy, you talk to myself? Yes. Like, if I'm feeling like, we're always gonna like have like maybe a voice in our head that is like, oh, I'm so tired, I don't know if I can do this.
Yeah.
Oh shit. You got to be able to say, voice, shut the fuck up. Like,
just get your ass up.
Like, no, that's not me. Like literally, like, there's so many different ways somebody can start this journey of building self-confidence, like, so many different ways, because everybody comes from different backgrounds, different childhoods, different trauma, different belief systems. So their lack of confidence can start from, different places.
Yeah.
So that's why the most important thing is that person going within and really knowing themselves and knowing what it is that is preventing them from living the life that they want to live. You know, what is preventing them from having the motivation to live the life they want to live, you know? So, I don't know, like, there's so many ways, like, meditation, like, staying off of social media, starting to read books, like, cutting off friends that you shouldn't be around that are distracting you from what it is you need to do. Like, this, like, you know what I'm saying?
How important do you think that is?
Which one?
The friendship, cutting off friends that are bad for you.
Oh, that's actually that might be step one. Matter of fact, not even just friends, but like people in general. That's why I say knowing thyself. You know, I would say the step one is knowing thyself, knowing who you are within yourself. You know, so if you know who you are within yourself, you would know the type of people you should have around you and the type of people you shouldn't have around you. If you don't know yourself, right? You know, some people will lie to themselves about saying, ooh, I should have this person around me. This is a good friend. Lying to themselves. Like, that's another place where it starts. Lying to yourself. You shouldn't lie to yourself about who a good friend is and who a good friend isn't. You know, same thing with relationships. Like, should you be in that relationship, or are you only in that relationship for pussy? Or is a woman only in that relationship for, you know, financial stability, even though that might not be that person's person? You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to really know what you want in yourself and what you want in others, right? To just live a good life. Like, it's simple, but it's not simple, which is why I say you must know thyself.
Out of how many songs do you think you have?
How many songs do I think I have? Like, released or all in total?
Released.
Released. I have more songs out on SoundCloud than like Spotify and Apple Music. But if we're just talking about like Apple Music, Spotify, the main ones, I would say like I gotta have like near 40, 50.
Do you have a favorite track?
That's a trick question. Not a trick question. That's a tricky question. Like, it depends. It changes how I'm like depending on how I feel. Like, I have all types of different music. Like, I have music that makes me happy. I have music that I've made when I was sad or in like a depressed state. I have music that I've made when I was angry and wanted to release anger. Like, so many different ones. But I would say like my favorite track would have, off the top of my head, just for right now, I may say Speaking Up for the Youth. That was the intro song to one of my albums, Lotus, that I dropped the beginning of this year. And that song,
I think I've seen that on your YouTube.
Yeah, that song is called Speaking Up for the Youth because, and it's the intro to my album. And I took, with the album Lotus, you know, it took me like a year to really put that together. I pretty much did everything myself except produce it. Like, I mixed, I mastered, I song wrote every track on that album all by myself. I recorded it in my bedroom, you know, my home bedroom studio, which if I say, people stop making excuses, oh, I need to go to the studio, I need professional mixing, mastering. You have YouTube. I made my first song on a fucking PS4 gaming headset. I recorded my first 2 albums on a PS4 gaming headset. Swear to God. So that's why I'm like, people stop making excuses, bruh. But yeah, I would say Speaking Up for the Youth is a very special song to me. It's one that I love to perform too, because just the energy that I bring into that song is crazy, because that's literally how I felt at the time. Like, I felt like I needed to speak up for a lot of people and how they thought within themselves, right? Because I know so many people think similar to me in the aspect of wanting to be themselves, like within. Yeah. But I feel like they may not be able to express it like I do, like speaking like this or like doing what it is they want to do. And I want to be like one of the people to be able to help people do that. And I want to help people do that through my music, through my videos, through what I do. So yeah, that song is just about speaking up for the youth. Like, people needing to be themselves, people needing to be the leader and not the fucking influenced. Like, a big quote I live by is like, are you the influencer or the influenced? Because it's one or the other. You are either influencing people or you are being led. Exactly, being led and influenced. So you got to ask yourself, are you the influencer or the influenced? If you're the influencer, what are you influencing people to do? Are you a positive influence or a bad influence? If you are a person who's being influenced, what are you being influenced by? What is leading you? What are you allowing to influence you? Yeah. You know, you got to be awareness. Awareness is another very important thing.
Very true on that one. So 100%. All right, being in the music industry, do you find a different experience when you trying to date women, or are they all like pretty much the same?
I haven't really been too like focused on like women since I've taken the route of like being an influencer, being an artist, and being like a content creator. Like, I've never been one of those type of people where I'm like, oh shit, I need pussy. Oh shit, I need a woman. Oh shit, I need this, I need that. It's like, nah, like I'll be straight up. Like, one thing I truly want, like, I'm not the type of person where I'm like, oh, I want hoes. Oh, I want bitches. I want this. I want hoe after hoe after hoe. Like, nah, me, if I'm gonna be in a relationship, if I'm gonna have a woman, I want a woman. I don't want a girl. I don't want a hoe. I don't want a treesh. I don't want somebody who's in the streets. I don't want this. I want a woman who is going to be like down. I want a woman who has drive, who has passion, who has, you know, the same fire as me, right? So like, literally, like I said, ever since I've started this journey of like, you know, since the age of 16 of self-improvement, self-development, like tapping into my inner self, like healing myself, like I've really trained myself to be detached from lust. Like, growing up, like, lust, it was a huge thing pushed on the youth. Like
still being pushed on
It's
youth. Even more, no.
Shoot. We gonna get into that. We will get into that. But bro, like I remember, like I was in like middle school and like just being unaware, unconscious. Like I like to say before I really started the journey of like working on myself, I like to call myself somebody unconscious, like unaware of who I was, unaware of what I wanted, unaware of purpose, unaware of passion. Like I feel like now I have purpose, I have passion. So I feel like anybody without purpose, without passion, I like to call them a bot, like an NPC, like somebody who's just living, like just walking around. So back when I was just walking around, you know, just being so attracted to short-term gratification, lust, like looking to bust the next nut, looking to fucking just eat unhealthy food, like short-term gratification. That's a huge thing that is that is a problem. Like so many people are, I need short-term gratification. I need this now.
Short-term gain, period.
Exactly. And if you want to be successful on the journey of learning about yourself, finding out who you are as a person, and being a positive, big impact in the world, you must release short-term gratification. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, like literally, like porn is a big thing. That's a big thing pushed on the youth. A big thing pushed on, you know, just men in general, just society in general, right? So like I literally, like in middle school, I remember like porn, like niggas in my middle school, like always watching porn, this and that, like introducing me to shit, right? And I was like yo, like I was like looking back, I'm like, yo, that's weird. Like kids should not be like watching porn. Kids should not be fucking introduced to porn at such a young age.
Especially nowadays, like, because you have the access, like back in my day, you know what I'm saying? You actually had to have a fucking computer.
Or you had the magazines back in your day?
Magazines. Or you find your dad's little porn stash, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was it. Yeah. Other than that, but now you got your phone in your hand. You can look at whatever the fuck you want.
Bro,
and if you got money, you could buy whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Bro,
like,
it's insane to me now, bro.
And then you got girls that just want to be OnlyFans.
Bro.
Like, that's their career path. Like, that's what they're...
It's insane to me.
Like,
so,
wow.
Like, yeah, like, I had to, like, as I spent this journey of, like, learning about myself, reading, you know, meditating, you know, learning, just, like, taking time to myself, right? Learning, working on my craft. I had to really ask myself, all right, what do I value in a woman? What do I want in a woman, right? Like, what am I attracted to? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so, like, sex is something that's so pushed, and they want, like, when I say they, I mean, like, the people in control, like, the media and, like, who run social media, who makes things viral. They want young boys to just be so sexual. They want to push sex. Like, literally, you can't scroll 10 posts without seeing a fat ass. Like, like, literally, as crazy as that sounds, you can't scroll without seeing a girl with fake titties and fake ass, you know?
Showing something, doing something.
Exactly, and not only the young boys, it's the same thing for the young girls. They're teaching girls to grow up and be hoes, and like, hey, as long as you put on boob injections and like a BBL and this and that, or only promote your body and prove that you have nothing else to offer, you'll make it in life. And it's like, that's some shit. This speaking up for the youth. Yeah. My music goes hand in hand with my message. My videos go hand in hand with my music. It all ties together, because my purpose, one of my biggest purposes on this earth, is to fucking change this shit. Like, there's so many things that I think is wrong, and that's one of the biggest things. Like, the youth being like brainwashed into thinking what it is to be something in life, you know. And
so
like,
do you think social media made that worse, or you think it was already bad?
We can't blame social media. Like, social media did play a huge part in it, and social media is a big cause of it, but it all comes down to self-awareness and who you are as a person. So I'm not going to blame social media, but it kind of is social media's fault. Like, yes, social media did make it worse, but people are still choosing to watch that. People are still choosing to scroll on social media instead of...
Would you say for the youth, it's more on the parents' fault? Because they should be more...
Yes, 100%. 100%. The way a kid turns out is based on how they are raised, 100%. So a big blame is the parents, because the parents themselves don't even know who they are. And instead of taking a risk at the age of 16 to say fuck everyone else's opinion and do what they want to do with their lives, they said, okay, I'm going to lie to myself about what I want to do. I'm going to chase short-term gratification instead of
long-term happiness.
Great way to put it. I'm going to, instead of chasing my dreams, I'm going to just say it's too hard and too many people are doing it and it's a 1 in a million chance and fuck it, I can't do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just stupid ass fucking excuses. Stupid ass excuses. Like, bro, if y'all want a book, it's a great book. This book is called Excuse Me, I've Got Some Shit to Say. And yeah. And this is written by a very close friend of mine, and it's genuinely helped me so much on my journey of like spirituality, self-development, and just life in general, because so many people lie to themselves about what they really want and they make excuses to themselves. So it's like, literally, it all starts with lying to yourself, and it's like you gotta stop. Like, I lied to myself so long about what I wanted. Like I told you earlier, I was so good at school. I was a scholar, straight A's. I was telling myself, ooh, I'm gonna be a lawyer, or I'm gonna be a businessman. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go to college. I'm gonna go to this. I'm gonna that. I was lying to myself. That's what my parents wanted me to do. My parents wanted me to be a lawyer. My parents wanted me to be in school for all them fucking years. And I'm like,
either way you go, lawyer, doctor, it's still 7 to 10 years of school.
Bro.
Yeah. You know.
Literally, the second I stopped lying to myself, I lost friends. I lost some of my family.
Yeah.
I lost people very close to me, and I'm grateful for losing them, because they were not meant to be a part of my journey.
Yeah.
They were not, and I'm grateful for that. And people need to be okay with that. People need to be okay with being lonely. Like I struggled so many years with having the feeling of being lonely, but it was a sacrifice I had to make. Like, I would rather be alone than settle for less.
Yeah.
I'd rather have nothing than settle for less. You know, I'd rather have no friends than have people around me that I know aren't worth shit, who are just party friends and want to have fun. Like, nigga, no. Yeah. Sit down, let's read a book. Sit down, let's talk business plans about how to become millionaires type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need those type of people.
Some ideas and
exactly.
Shit.
I don't need niggas who just love short-term gratification. I don't want niggas around me who just love fucking and pussy in the holes. Like, nigga. Like, literally, like, a lot, like, I had to cut a lot of people off. I had to leave a lot of people. Oh, Jimmy, why'd you switch up? No, nigga, why'd you stay the same? Nigga, I did change. I did. Oh, Jimmy, you're different. Yes, I am. You're the same, nigga. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
and then the motherfuckers, I guarantee the niggas that you left behind are still in the same position that you left behind.
And it's not even, I'm not even going to say leave them behind. It's like they chose to stay stagnant. Yeah. And I chose to move forward. Yeah. I chose progression. I chose moving forward rather than being comfortable. Staying in.
And a lot of people just like to be comfortable.
Literally.
They love being.
Y'all gotta read this book, bro.
We say it a lot on here. They love being content. Just content in your situation.
It's conformity too. It's like comfortability and conformity goes hand in hand. When you do something for so long, like lie to yourself for so long, this is what I want to do in life, knowing damn well that's not what somebody wants to do in life, right? Mm-hmm. Just sitting, like, just saying this what I want to do this, I want to do that, but knowing damn well deep down, like, they're lying. They are literally brainwashing themselves over and over and over to believe the lie that they are telling themselves. So now they are conformed into living a certain lifestyle. They are okay with staying in a certain relationship even though they know it doesn't serve them. They're okay with working a specific job until they retire, knowing damn well they want more than that, but they're making enough. Just enough to get by. Just enough to get by. Just enough. Right? People
never wanting more.
If someone is okay settling for less, you're manifesting that for yourself. Like, if you're gonna say, okay, instead of me working towards getting what I really want, when I can get something close to what I want right now, short-term gratification, I'll get the short-term gratification. Nah. You need to have willpower. Yeah. You willpower. If you want to make it in life, you need to have willpower. Literally,
I agree.
discipline,
I agree.
motivation within yourself.
So, being, because you got a pretty big following on Instagram.
Yeah.
So, your DM box be full.
In what way? What you mean?
You know what I mean? Bitches be hitting you up or something. Like females be hitting you up, trying to ride the clout.
Not a lot. You know, I do have a lot of women who do message me, but they ask me questions, and I love that. I love how I'm like, I don't attract a lot of like hoes and thoughts. I don't want that. Like, if I'm gonna attract women, I want to attract intelligent women.
Yeah.
Women who are tapped into their divine feminine. Women who have knowledge. Women who know thyself, who know themselves, who aren't trying to fit in, who aren't just trying to have a certain image on social media, because social media is fake as fuck.
Yeah.
I don't know if niggas realize that shit, but it's literally fake. It's a whole different reality.
Yeah.
And soaps, like,
You can be whoever you want online.
like it's a phone.
Yeah.
You know, like, understand, like, this is not a real object. This is not a real object. Sorry if that.
Yeah, no, you
like,
good.
but it's not. It's literally like, it's not real. Some people have trouble knowing real reality from the fake reality.
Yeah.
Right. So, once again, like, yes, every now and then I'll have, like, yes, women who are like, oh, Jimmy, you're this. Oh, Jimmy, you're fine. I want to do that. But, like, I'm like, that doesn't mean anything to me. And it's like, once again, I'm happy I learned, like, discipline and knowing the difference from lust and love, having self-control within myself at a young age to save myself from, like, years and years of just chasing pussy, years and years of, like, chasing things that don't matter, you know? Like, literally, like, know thyself, know what you really want, right? I know what I want in life. I know what I want in a woman. Why would I waste time fucking with hoes and thoughts who want me just for my clout, for my money, you know, have pointless soul ties with women who I know I don't want to have my children, right? When I could just work on myself, build myself up, and wait till the right woman that I want comes into my life, instead of wasting time on people that I don't want / need / aren't meant for me.
Makes sense.
You know?
So being that you said that you brought up, you know what you want.
Yeah.
For the ladies out there, I know you're on a self journey.
Yeah.
What would it take for a woman to take you off the market?
What would it take?
Like, if she showed up right now, what if she had all of this? You'd be like, hell yeah.
That's a great question. Now, don't get me wrong. Yes, I do want to be physically attracted to a woman too. Like, yeah, there has to be some sort of physical attraction. But I swear to you, bro, I swear to God, a girl can be a 10 out of 10. A 10 out of 10. Perfect. Like, beautiful. But if she's stupid, I don't want her near me.
Yeah.
If she has no higher calling, if she is just literally, like, she's beautiful, right? But she's dumb, and she has no, like, passion, no purpose, no sort of knowledge.
That would just be a smash. Like,
I wouldn't even hit.
Because if I can't converse with you, talk to you, have a nice conversation, like, it just...
I wouldn't even hit, because, like, when it comes to me, it's like, what's the point? Just, all right, bust the nut and then go? I'm like, nah, I'd rather wait to bust the nuts with the woman who gonna have my children. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, yeah, it's like, I don't even want to, because I find that, I think that's a waste of time for just my point of view. It's like, I wouldn't even waste time trying to fuck. Because I'm like, I know I wouldn't want to build with this woman. I know, like, it would just be a one and done, two and done, however many times. I'm like, no. I'm like, if I'm a have sex with someone, because here's another thing that not many people understand. Once you start learning about spirituality and energy and vibration, people will start to understand that sex is more than just sex. Any, like, physical act you do, there's also an energy transfer, a spiritual side to it, right? So I be telling people got to watch who they be fucking. People got to watch who they fuck, who they be having sexual encounters and endeavors with, because sex, spiritual exchange of energy. It's literally like SEX, spiritual exchange of energy, right? Like, you are having a soul tie with the person as you are having sexual intercourse, right? And it's a spiritual act, right? So with me, that's why I'm like, once again, I'm so glad, like, I learned this at a young age, because This is something men need to know. Even women need to know who they're letting insert fucking their private part into. You know what I'm saying? Like men need some men have no self-control. They will fuck anything walking, bro.
Yeah,
they will fuck anything walking, bro. And I don't call that a man. I call that an animal, bro. And men are more animalistic like mindset than women. You know, so a lot of men are like that. A lot of men don't have self-control. Right, they don't know how to fucking think with their brain and not their fucking dick. Bro. Yeah. So I lost my track. What was I saying? What was the question? What was this? I'll be going on tangents. I do that a lot.
Nah, that's cool. I was saying, what would a girl need to take you off the market?
So she has to offer way more than just looks and sex.
Mm-hmm.
You have to offer way more than just how you look and pussy. That's base level. That's very base level.
Everybody got that.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Literally. Like, people can pay for that now.
Unfortunately.
You know?
And it's legal.
You know, and it's unhealthy and it's oh my goodness. And men, how are y'all attracted to that? What the fuck? Like, nah, like men, like, why are y'all attracted to that? Because think about it. Women change their appearance well, let me not say not for men. There's some girls who will do it for men, some girls who will do it for themselves. But
majority
women are trying to raise themselves to the standards that like men will place. So y'all men who are out there saying, "Ooh, I love a woman with a BBL. I love a woman with fake tits." These women are they're gonna try to they're gonna do that more because they
got those enhancements for a reason.
You know, so yeah, a woman I want a woman to be natural. I want a woman to love herself. I don't really want a woman who doesn't know her self-worth. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want a woman to know herself, know who she is, know her purpose. Like, I want her to know what she wants in a man. You know what I'm saying? But knowledge. I need knowledge. I need purpose. I need you to know what you want to do. I need you to have healed yourself. You know, like there's so many factors. I gotta write a book on this shit. And that's not, and it's not me trying to say I have like high, like, yes, I have like high standards in a sense, but that's because like I work on myself.
Yeah,
you know?
I wouldn't even say you have high standards. I would just say you know what you want.
Exactly. Thank you for that. Like, I know what I want. You know, simple as that.
And your state of mind, you're not gonna budge on what you want.
I'm not gonna settle for a dumb bitch, bro.
Yeah.
And it's like, and that's not me calling a woman a bitch. No, like there's a difference from a woman and a bitch.
Oh yeah.
And a girl. Yeah. Like,
and they know the differences.
Literally.
Yeah.
Literally.
So let's say, throw you a curveball. Let's say the woman had all that you're looking for, but she had an OnlyFans.
No, it's not self-worth. You don't like. It's not. You don't have self-worth.
Well, she's using it just to get through college.
No. No.
Well, if it's just like feet pics.
No.
Just
like if I'm telling you, like, that's a big thing for me. Why do you feel like you don't have enough talent to make your money doing something else rather than selling pictures of yourself to men that are horny and have no self-control over themselves? And that, oh my gosh, men, if you buy OnlyFans, you are down bad.
Yeah.
Women,
I agree.
if you have an OnlyFans, you are down bad. Just in general, like, the fact, like, why does sex sell so much? Like it blows my, like, it sells.
Because there's so many guys out there that's not getting it. So they crave it more. And their only way to get it is to buy it.
That's not even true. There's porn. Porn is free.
That's what I try to tell people.
And it blow, like, porn should be illegal, first of all. Like, porn is some shit that, like, disgusts me. Like, as crazy as that shit sounds, like, I was introduced to that shit in middle school. Like every middle schooler was addicted to porn at one point. I was addicted to porn at one point. I like literally like, I'm open about it. Like
young,
like I was young,
shit.
literally. So, but I'm grateful I fucking got out of it, bro, because people don't know what it really does to you. Like if you search up the picture of a regular brain, a brain on heroin, and a brain that watches pornography, you can see the differences.
Oh, there's actually a study on it?
Yeah, bro. Bro, have you heard of NoFap?
I've heard of it.
You heard of semen retention?
Yeah.
Every man must practice NoFap/semen retention in their life at some point. And especially if you are young, you better start now. If you're older, you better. I know you've been through more years, but you gots to.
How long would you recommend them trying it for?
At a month minimum, a month. Like, men, if you have no self-control to hold your semen within you for at least a month, you got a lot of work to do. A lot. Because people need to understand that, once again, like I said before, every physical thing, every physical action is also spiritual. It has a spiritual side. It has an energy. It has a vibration to it. Semen is one of like this might be weird talking about it. Some people may not be comfortable talking about it, but it's important. Like it is one of the most like powerful substances in the world. It brings it brings life. Yeah. Literally, it brings life. The woman, the womb, man. Literally, the woman is just man with womb, with the fucking womb within themselves. You know, so people need to understand like sex is a lot more than just what people think, and it's a very spiritual thing, and people shouldn't just fucking play around with it. Like, there's a big spiritual side to it. So, men, understand that once you start to practice semen retention, once you start to practice NoFap, once you start to stop watching porn, once you stop being so addicted to fucking ass and titties and like women and really, oh shit, I'm a human being. I can work on myself. I can go to the gym. I can start a business. I can do this. Literally, like, it blows my mind. It blows my mind.
I get you, because there's a lot of guys who they're more motivated to chase that than to be creative, chase a business, chase a career, chase money, chase anything else.
Yeah, for sure. So, literally, I feel like every man needs to practice semen retention, NoFap, in their life. It needs to be a practice. Not even just like, oh, a one and done. It needs to be a practice, because it's a very energetic thing. When you hold your seed in you, you feel, you literally feel your energy start to rise. You literally see your mental, your consciousness, your mindset. You are able to start using more brain power, like real shit. Like, people may think this is a myth, but it's so serious. Who was it? It was one of the scientists, one of the most big famous scientists. It was either Nikola Tesla or Albert Einstein. He used to go every 6 months, no having sex with his wife. As crazy as that shit sounds, he used to go like it was one of them. They used to go 6 months without having sex, right? And like he was open about it because he practiced semen retention. He knew how holding your seed within you can tap you into intelligence, can tap you into knowledge, can allow you to use more brain power. Like, if it was Albert Einstein, that's the nigga who created electricity. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about if electricity wasn't a thing. Do you think you'd be able to make it? I wouldn't be able to make that shit. You got to tap into some deep-ass divine power knowledge within yourself to figure out how to do that shit.
I think whatchamacallit was, I think Tesla was more of an innovator, though. Because his shit, like the way he came up with electricity, he had it to where it'd be cheaper and it'd go to everybody.
Wow. Bro.
And he was even like trying to back then to do like wireless, kind of like a Wi-Fi electricity type of thing.
Yeah, and there's a reason why it's kind of hard to find a lot of information on people like Nikola Tesla, and you know how these people just randomly die or pass away, and they die one way. Like, there's a person named Stanley Meyer. this guy, he was I think it was in the 1960s. I'm like, if I'm wrong, please don't flame me in the comments or whatever. Like, I don't know, but I've made a couple videos on him in the past, and he figured out how to make gas out of water.
The fuck?
Yeah, crazy shit. He figured out how to power cars, like, and how to have cars like drive off of water instead of gas. And you know how dangerous like, well, I don't know how dangerous it is. I know it's like it fucks up like the air and like it causes pollution and shit.
Yeah,
which is why like, you know, electric cars are
global
coming.
Warming shit.
Yeah, and shit like that. But bro,
It's all big businesses, because you know if that shit was out,
huge businesses, the businesses lose power, aka the government loses power. You know, like, think about it. Imagine if gas didn't need to be a thing and we could all drive with fucking water powered cars. And you know how much money the fuck
water should be free.
Food should be free.
That too.
Food, water, food. There's so many things that should be free in this world. Oh my gosh, I'm about to spaz. Hold on. Now, I could talk about this for hours, bro. You know why water and food should be free? Because that shit is free from Mother Gaia. That shit is free from the earth. And I hate how we have to pay to live and pay to survive. We live in a capitalistic fucking system. I'm telling niggas need to read this shit. Excuse me, I've got some shit to say on Amazon. But literally, like, it's all capitalism. Yeah. Like, nigga.
Money runs the world.
Money, sex, and power. Yeah. Money, sex, and power. Yeah. So let me put this in perspective, right? Think of one apple. One apple holds like 5 to 8 apple seeds, right? Each seed grows an apple tree. They say like each tree makes hundreds of apples. So just put that into perspective. That's over and over and over. You can keep growing fucking apples. Yeah. Same shit with oranges. Anything with a seed. Like, when I say food should be free, like, I obviously mean like vegetables and like fucking fruits and shit like that. Like, me, I'm a vegan personally. Yeah. So I started being vegan.
If the earth produced it,
that shit should be free. That shit should be free. Yeah. You know, I've been vegan since 2020, and I was.
What got you on that?
Physical reasons and also spiritual reasons. So I just started doing a lot of research on meat and not just meat, but processed foods in general. Like, when I say I'm vegan, like, there's a difference from like a vegan and a fucking unhealthy vegan who just doesn't eat meat but eats anything that just doesn't have meat. Like, just health in general. So not only just the veganism, but also watching the processed foods and like the fucking poison and the fucking sugar, because there's a lot of poison in fucking food that people don't know. Like, America has a lot of fucking fucked up shit in their food that people need to like be aware about and know about. But yeah, it's like I went vegan because I just wanted to be healthier. I wanted to just be tapped more into my body.
Was that a hard transition?
At first, no. When I first started, it was
you said at first, no?
Yeah. At first, no. It was like
You would think it'd be opposite, you know what I mean? Like, at first it'd be the hardest, and then you'd be able to, like, you get used to it.
I went cold turkey, like straight up like cold turkey, and it was like surprisingly, like, I look back and I was like, damn, like I really did that, because I was so disciplined. Like, this was around the same time when I first started making music too. I first started making my videos. Like, I just had a disciplined ass mindset. You know, I was doing so much research, reading so many books, and it goes
back to your disciplined ass parents. You know what I'm saying? Because if you didn't have that, you wouldn't have the structure.
That's why I tell people, like, let me show you something. This is this was my first tattoo. This is the yin yang symbol, right? Yeah. And there's so many all broken down. So many different interpretations of the yin yang, but it's like, in simple terms, it's like there's two sides to everything. Yeah. Right. So when it comes to my parents, there's like some fucked up shit where I'm like, oh fuck, like, damn, why'd I have to go do that as a kid? Like, oh fuck that shit. But then I'm like, I look back and I'm like, oh shit, like, yes, as fucked up as that was, or as traumatic as that shit was, like,
but it taught you a lesson.
It taught me exactly, which is like, there's no such thing as an L. Like, everything is like
it might. You might look at it as an L at the moment, right then, because it sucks. Yeah, like, fuck.
Yeah, literally.
But once if you have the brain power to think about it and process it, that's when you actually start taking it into consideration. Like, damn, that was a lesson.
Exactly, for sure. Yeah, I can take everything as an experience. If you want to make your life so much easier, if if you want to make your life so much easier, start to take everything as an experience and a lesson instead of a loss.
So can you give me 3 steps that would get the viewers in the right direction on starting a brand? Like, how do you start your brand?
All right, 3 steps. Knowing. All right, I'll say number 1 is like knowing what you want your brand to be, and really and really knowing, not faking it, because some people will start a brand to copy a certain brand to reach the same amount of success that specific brand has, but they don't really want to start that brand. They just want the success that comes with the brand. They don't have a passion for the brand. So you got to start whatever you're starting. Just make sure you are very passionate about it, because it's going to be a tough road, and you don't want to go through a tough road with something you're not passionate about it, because you are going to go through hell. You're going to go through hell, and at the end, it's still going to be hell, because it's not passion. Because once you get all that success, even if you reach that success, it's still going to be hell, because, oh, damn, I got all this success from doing something I don't want to do, and I'm stuck doing this to be more successful. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, you got to know, you really must know what you're passionate about. So I would say number 1 is, like, knowing what it is, knowing the passion. Number 2, action. Action. You can't just sit back and wait for some shit to fucking miracle shit to happen. It don't work like that. The miracles don't come if you sit around.
Shit don't
the
fall in your lap.
the miracle comes as you are working your hardest. I swear. Like, people need to understand the law of attraction doesn't just mean you sit back on your ass and don't work towards your goals and you just pray. No, nigga, that is half-ass work. Yeah. Right? Even though a lot of the work is mental, a lot of the work is mindset. Because if you don't have the right mindset, even if you are putting in all the work, you're still not gonna achieve it. Because people can be working 23 hours a day, right? Yeah. But if they keep telling themselves, I'm not successful, even if they are successful, they're not gonna be able to perceive that success that they even have. Everything is perception. So mindset does play a huge role, but that's not all it is. It's also action. You need to act on what it is. The vision you have in your mind, you must act on it. You must be able to work towards that goal. You must be able to have put in the hard work. Yeah. You're gonna have nights where you fucking don't sleep. You're gonna have nights where you fucking cry. You're gonna have nights where you feel like quitting. But you gotta be able to fucking work. You know. And then I will say number 3 is patience. So many people are impatient. And ungrateful. Yeah. When you are impatient, you have no room in your mind or in your heart space for gratitude. So many people will be like, oh shit, I need to be so successful. And they'll work and have that mindset of, I need to be successful. Like, yes, you do. But all that time, all that hard work, all that time that you're telling yourself you're unsuccessful and you need to be successful, you are ignoring everything around you. You're not present. You're not present throughout the journey. The journey is the funnest part.
That's where you learn everything.
Literally, like, that's why I take everything. That's why I take deep breaths. That's why I try to focus on the present moment, because literally, I'm so confident in myself. Like, I know, like, the whole world is gonna know me. Like, I know that I'm gonna be one of the world's biggest artists, one of the world's biggest content creators, one of the world's biggest motivators. Like, I wanna write books. Like, I wanna make movies. I wanna act. Like, there's so many different routes I wanna take, and I'm patient because I know I have the discipline, the motivation, and willpower within me to achieve all those things. Like, I've had visions. I've done the manifestation, the shadow work, the healing within myself to really be confident and know what it is that I want to do and who I'm going to be in the world. You know, so that's why I'm like, I'm 20. Like, I'll be like, there's some moments where I'm like, you know, like, and as I'm speaking like this, like, don't get me wrong, I'll still have my moments where I'm like, where I'll get sad or like where I'll like be not in the moment or get a little anxiety, but it's all about coming back centered and remembering how to stay centered. So yeah, it's like, you got to be patient. Yeah. You gotta, like, I be forgetting how like young I am sometimes. Like, sometimes I'll be thinking I'm old, and sometimes I'll be forgetting my age. But I'm
you know, you got a lot of information. You know a lot of shit. Yeah. That's why it probably comes off that you're older.
Yeah, and it's like a lot of people. I don't vibe with a lot of people my age. Yeah. Trust me. Yeah. I don't vibe with a lot of people my age whatsoever. Even people older than me. Like,
I mean, I could tell you're on a different level.
Yeah, and I've coached. Like, I've done like therapy session. I've done spirituality coaching, like one-on-one, like, and group coaching with like people double, triple my age coming to me, asking me like, what do I do? Like, how do I get out of this stuck part of life? Like, how did you do this? How did you do that? You know, so it's like, you know, it's a blessing. It's a blessing. I'm grateful for everything.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So before we get out of here, do you have anything else you want to tell the audience?
Oh yeah, like, hey, if you're watching this, first of all, thank you for watching the episode. You must figure out who you are. Like, trust me, you don't want to be that 90-year-old. Like, you don't want to be the 90-year-old on your deathbed saying, "Oh shit."
With regrets.
Trust me. Like, another thing, putting yourself in different perspectives. If you can't take yourself out of your own perspective and put yourself in other people's shoes or other scenarios or other perspectives, you're gonna live very one-minded.
Yeah.
And lack a lot of knowledge, lack a lot of intelligence that you can tap into. You know, so you don't want to be that 90-year-old on the deathbed having regret, wishing that you did something when you were 16, when you were 20, when you were 30, when you were 40. Another thing, it's never too late. No matter how old you are, no matter how young you are,
that is very true.
Start, you know, no matter what it is. Another thing, I want to give y'all so much advice. Like, you gotta bring me on here.
Oh,
again,
no,
bro.
we could definitely do it again.
For sure.
But we got to bring you back with some ladies, too.
I'm gonna pick their brains, bro. We gonna see.
Nah, because now getting your vibe,
yeah,
it would actually it would be an entertaining show because you
sure.
on a different level.
Nah, for sure.
And then somebody like
please don't bring no. I need women. I don't want no dumb.
Sometimes now check this. Sometimes we get these chicks that say they're on the spiritual journey and all this other shit.
Oh, bring
so if we have you on and one of them chicks are like that, you could pull their card if they bullshit.
Hey.
You see what I'm saying?
That'll be fun, bro. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, literally, y'all just live your dreams and understand that if you are not living life from a higher purpose to eventually achieve your dream, you are going to die unhappy. Like, and as dark as that shit sounds, it's true as fuck.
Yeah.
And I had to put that shit in perspective. I had to look at myself and be like, I had to look myself in the mirror and be like, all right, Jimmy, if you live your life for your parents, if you live your life for the image and idea that everybody else around you has on you, if you keep trying to check boxes for other people, you are going to die unhappy.
Yeah. You'll make everybody else happy.
You make everyone else happy.
But you won't be happy.
Yeah, I can get all the short-term gratification in my life. I can get all the pussy. I can get all the money. I can get this. Am I going to be happy?
Yeah.
When I'm laying in my bed at night, am I going to be happy? That's the real motherfucking question.
Yeah.
When you lay at night and you're by yourself, are you happy with what you are, what you've done throughout the day, what you've done throughout your life? If the answer is no, you got to change shit up, literally. So everybody go within, start reading, start meditating, you know. I'm gonna say this one more time. Y'all need to check out this book. Once again, it's called Excuse Me, I've Got Some Shit to Say by Marissa Marcella. It's available on Amazon. And just like really tap into your vibe, figure out who you are, you know. If you guys want a BUB free shirt, I don't know if y'all can see it, but if y'all want some of my shirts, that's available on my Instagram bio. It's available at shoptrilljimmy.com.
Plug all your shit.
Yeah. And if y'all are in California, I'm actually performing at a festival. I'm performing Palm Springs, October 21st. So this is my first performance in California and also my first festival. So I'm hyped. We're gonna perform hella songs. So if you're in California or you wanna come see, you know, I'm gonna definitely do some giveaways, give away a couple tickets, you know, try to get some of y'all out here if you know, do a little giveaway or something.
When you when it gets closer to the date,
yeah.
If you have any advertisement and shit, shoot it to us. We'll advertise for you and everything. Put it on our page and shit.
Bet that. Hey, we lit. But yeah, just like live out your dream. Like I took a big risk. Like just like with everything, I took a big risk with everything.
I would say you can't be afraid to fail,
bro.
You can't be.
I moved out here. I drove here from Florida. I ended up homeless here. I was home. Me and my roommates, we was homeless here for a little bit.
Drove.
Yeah, bro.
Jesus Christ. How long that take?
Oh, your shit just died.
Yeah, lucky we at the end though.
Yeah,
we still got this one though.
Oh, all right, we good. But yeah, like we literally drove and like we had everything planned and then we ended up fucking homeless. So like when I say I take everything as an experience, like I've been through so much shit that people wouldn't even guess. But we gonna have to say that for another episode. But just make the best out of everything. I know I talk a lot, but yeah, I love y'all. You know, get you some books.
Plug everything you got right now.
Check out my music, Instagram, Trill Jimmy, TikTok, Trill Jimmy. I'm Trill Jimmy on everything. Music, Apple Music, Spotify, Trill Jimmy. We got a bunch of music dropping. And yeah, that's literally it. I love y'all. Just be yourself, be you, be free, and live your life. That's it.
Yeah. Listen to the man. He has knowledge.
Yeah, hey, thank you for bringing me on here, man. I appreciate it.
For sure. Thanks for coming. Indeed. This is BBC, and we out.
We out of here.